Megan at Grim Tales wants to know, what is your biggest regret? And this is a pretty loaded question because without getting into it too much, a lot of people say, I don't have any regrets in life, because everything that I've been through has taught me a lesson. It's brought me to where I am now, so I don't regret anything in my life. Well, I think that's BS because there's a lot of things I do regret. But fortunately, all the things in the past that I've done that I do regret have not hindered me to be where I know I'm supposed to be, which is right here with my husband and kids. And I've overcome those regrets, and I'm happy about them. So, yeah, that would be my answer. She also wants to know, have you had any plastic surgery? I have, and I've actually talked about this a few times on my blog. I got the girls done when I was about 23, yeah, so it was about 7 years ago. I got my nephew has named them Barnes and Noble, or Barnes and Noble, or Noble and Barnes. I'm not sure who is who. We'll have to ask my nephew, but yeah, that's what I did. And she wants to know, seriously, how do you keep your sanity staying at home with 2 kids? Do you feel like your job is never ending? Because I do. Any tips on how you keep everything in order would be awesome. I absolutely feel like I am losing my sanity. I think I am losing my sanity legitimately. But how do I keep it? I don't keep it. I honestly think I go insane a lot of the times. Do you feel like your job is never ending? Absolutely, it is never ending. And she just wants to know, any tips on keeping everything in order? Here's my tips. If you don't drink, then I really have nothing for you, because that really is how I keep my sanity around here. Anonymous again wants to know, what is your clothing size, your shoe size, and why don't you cut the hair of your youngest child? Well, let's start with the first one. My clothing size, I'm not going to tell you. What girl answers her clothing size? My shoe size, I'll tell you that, it's a 10. I have big feet. And why don't you cut the hair of your youngest child? Why don't you buzz off? I don't cut his hair because I don't want to cut his hair. But thank you for your question nonetheless. Courtney wants to know, how did you and your hubby meet? How did he propose? And your babies are too precious. Well, thank you, Courtney. We actually met. I worked at a country club here in town. I was a waitress there / bartender. It was actually one of the most enjoyable jobs that I've ever had. I loved working there. I absolutely loved it. And he would come in, and he started asking me out, a few times, and he left a rose on my car, and I said yes. He met me and one of my girlfriends for drinks that night, and since the very first night that we went and had drinks, we were like boyfriend girlfriend. There was no like, we're kind of dating, we're seeing, how things go, we're seeing how things work out. No, we were boyfriend and girlfriend basically before we left that restaurant after that first date. We never saw anybody else after that first date. It was just us. How did he propose? I'm cannot answer this question. I would love to, but it's, like I said, my family, it's completely inappropriate. Let's just put it that way. If you want to know how my husband proposed, send me, like a private email, and I'll let you know. But I just can't put it out there publicly. Christina wants to know, do you want any more kids? Absolutely not. What city would you love to pick up and move to? I love this question. San Diego would be #1 on my list. I love San Diego. It's probably one of my favorite places in the United States, besides Hawaii, which I would also love to pick up and move to Hawaii. And I would also love to pick up and move to Phoenix, Arizona. Those are 3 of my most favorite places, and if we ever get the chance to move to one of those, I'll let you know. if you could only watch one Britney video, which Modern Day Wife did ask me earlier, but I don't think I ever answered. So if you could only watch one Britney video, what would it be? Gosh, it would definitely have to be. It did it again. Okay, it would definitely have to be the "Oops, I Did It Again" video, where she wore that red latex top to bottom suit. Definitely. Impulsive Addict wants to know, can I ask a dirty question like a fave sex place or position or time of day, or do I need to keep it clean for the family? Oh, come on, you know me good enough. We don't have to keep nothing clean around here. Then she went on, I could always ask something boring like, how many more kids do you want? 0. Or do you like mayo or mustard on your sandwich? Both. Those are so, I think it was boring. I can't see it. It's boring though. So basically, she didn't even ask me a question. Thanks. Jennifer I can't see because my 3-year-old spilt his drink on my paper right here, and so it blurred. But Jennifer at the Thrifty Military Wife would like to know, what made you want to start a blog? And like I said, everyone says it. I just started a blog to keep my family updated on my kids. And I know that's the answer everyone gives, but it's really true. I just wanted to keep them updated on, my kids, and I got, my 3-year-old's first steps on video, and so I would upload it to my blog, and I would call my mom and say, go to your computer and look at my blog, and Gunner's walking for the first time, and so that's what I did. That's why I started it, and it's just I never knew when I first started that I would meet all these awesome people, and I would become, real life friends with a lot of you, and I would just be so addicted to reading your blogs, and so it's just turned into, just a huge hobby of mine, or a huge passion of mine, and so that's what made me start. Nicole wants to know, what did you do before Kid and Snakes ruled your life? I moved to Vegas for 10 days. I danced in cages with little men. I went to karaoke night. My karaoke song to go to, no one asked this, but I'm just going to tell you, is a Joan Jett. Now why can't I think of it? I can't think of it. Hold on. Oh, Joan Jett's "I Love Rock and Roll." That's my go-to karaoke song. Number 1, it's a lot of talking, singing kind of. So it's not like you have to do high notes like Mariah or Celine Dion or anybody. And also I think when I've had a few of these, I sound just like Joan Jett. I mean, who wouldn't? Duh. Oh, did you also know that Britney Spears covered I Love Rock and Roll? It was fantastic. Fantastic.